Yeah, that hurt. So now Nate has a broken heart and a broken head.
Oh my God. Nate.
Yeah, that's kind of the...
Nate.
I don't know. What was it? How long did he say he was out? Yeah, I know. He should be, but I guess all the times that he's fallen. Has it been 2 years? I mean, yeah, assuming that Uncharted 3 was less than 3 years or 2 years ago, then Sam was fucking alive and well, man. While we're over there fighting the Enormo pillars.
Been scoping the place out for the past few days.
Well, yeah, sorry. Alive and well, but also out and about. If it was within 2 years. I actually don't remember the timeline between Enormo of Pillars and when this game takes place. Maybe it was just over 2 years long. I'm not sure. But I mean, if that was the case, man. Sam.
Didn't even start.
We start by finding a way in.
Anyway, we're back to
The grand tour.
Children Drake. This is a really neat chapter. I actually enjoy this one a lot. There's almost no action in it.
Alarm.
It's all exploration. Yeah, but there's a lot of looking around. You can get it done very quickly if you just go right to where you're supposed to go.
So of course we'll be here for an hour.
Yeah, at least. Because I like to poke around. So yeah, we're at some rich person's house, it looks like. They've got a real nice shrubbery garden here. Lovely shrubbery. Nate's head at this point is probably not going to survive an impact like that, so we need to make sure we don't
Knowing the answer would make
fall down off a cliff as a child. I thought there was a treasure here, but perhaps I am mistaken. Okay. No treasure. I swear there's one here somewhere, but either way I've already... Oh, yeah, there it is. I like to poke around. That's a Hecobert. But on the list. I also like the fact that the toys in this... Or sorry, the treasures in this chapter are all toys. Because we're kids. And what would, 10, 11-year-old Nate Drake think is a treasure back then? Well, this looks like a treasure to me. I would consider it a treasure. The real treasure was the friend we made along the way.
Right.
I purposely messed it up.
Oh.
It's actually a meme of a video game where there's really bad translation. I know my stuff.
You?
Sometimes. The fuck is back here? I've been here before. I just never gone this way.
Nathan, look. It's an open window.
Sam, I know you're older than me and you think you know better, but what is life if not looking around trying to find treasure? Okay? We don't rush into things.
Okay. Give me your hand.
No. Not done looking around. We missed the whole part about the front door because you're rushing me there, Sammy. Let's go see if I can still trigger it. I actually do wonder if he hops back down if I come up here. The voice actor for Child Sam is not Troy Baker. I don't think so, no. Either that or he's doing a really good 16-year-old accent. Oh man, it's not going to let us try. So if you come up to the front door before you go around to the side of the house, Sam's like, it's going to be locked. And Nate's like, you don't know. That's my 10-year-old voice. And then he's like, all right, try because you're stupid. And then you try and it's locked. And it's fun. But we don't get to see that now. I apologize. It's fun. All right. Jeez, I'm coming. Yeah, no. They did a good job with the young voice acting too. Like it doesn't sound like a completely different character like some child actors can in flashbacks.
Follow me.
It still has the feel of the boys. Into the house. Is the sun still out or or no, that's just the moon and a really bright street light.
Whoa.
Whoa is right.
Spooky.
Oh, here. I brought a spare.
Oh, thanks, older brother. So, Nate, you don't realize this yet, but this is what your house looks like in the future.
And just keep an eye out for any books, journals,
One for
Any
that
kind of
far.
research papers, you know?
That's true. It's not that bad yet.
Never get that bad because it goes there.
True. Elena's there to
Tell you to clean up.
keep your shit clean. I'm gonna poke around. That's another Hiko bird. Is this a telescope pointed the wrong way? That's not how you use a telescope. Dumbass. What's in here? Who put sleeping bags and a thermos in a cardboard box? Weird, man. People that don't camp year round. I see. I would like put it in more of like a Tupperware though. It's the type of container that bothers me.
It's not
These are like
static.
paperwork
Boxes full
boxes,
of traveling and camping
What's
equipment.
wrong?
and that's wrong. Exactly. Thank you for understanding. How much trouble would we avoid in our future if we just took some of these paintings and sold them as children? What am I looking at? What did you find? Oh, yeah, I know that. I'm not ready for that yet. Jeez. Pushy Magoo. So one thing I like about this house is as you wander around, you can find stuff about whose house it is and get some backstory. So I'm pretty excited about that too. Let's read this letter. Miss Evelyn, my name is Kenichiro Namba. I recently attended your lecture at the Adventurers Lodge last week regarding...
Adventurer's log. I like that one.
Shh. Adventurer's Log last week regarding your recent find, the set of Tokugawa-era armor you obtained off the coast of Okinawa. Your presentation was utterly fascinating, though I was surprised by the condescending tone of the questions from the audience. I believe recognition and respect for one's work should not be contingent on race or gender. I imagine we have both struggled in that regard. See, I guess you're supposed to assume that he's Asian, but to be safe, until he says race and gender, that now we can assume he's not white. So there we go. I write today because I have come into the position of what I believe to be French jousting armor, though I'm not completely certain of the date nor the country of origin. If you have any time to spare, I would appreciate the insight of someone with your expertise. Apologies if this is too forward, but I will only be in the city for another month. In September, I travel to Iceland to study a Viking burial site, and I would deeply regret missing an opportunity to speak with you further. I'm staying at the Lennox if you wish to contact me. I sincerely hope you do. Kindest regards, Kenichiro Namba. I wonder what his Namba is. Are we drinking energy drinks tonight? Remember those weird ones we got? Did you forget about those?
Oh.
They're in the fridge if you wanted them. I don't know if you wanted them tonight or not. We found some, as is our wont, we found some super weird looking energy drinks in the bargain bin. And whenever there's energy drinks in the bargain bin, we always get them and then never regret it.
No, not ever.
So,
Never.
How do we find them?
What, Mom's notebooks? I mean, don't you remember? She always used that off-white leather binding.
Yeah, I know, but it's such a large place. It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
To be fair, those really bizarre Mexican energy drinks turned out really good.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, we got some energy drinks from...
Like 50 cents or
they
something.
were like 50 or 60 cents. They were at Piggly Wiggly. They have an entire Latin section. It's much bigger than the one at our local grocery store. And yeah, they have like Mexican energy drinks with warnings all over, like do not drink in California because you'll instantly get cancer. But they were actually pretty damn good. I was honestly surprised. And the ingredients themselves were not terrible compared to some other energy drinks that aren't even in Mexico, but right here in America. I think it just used some kind of
Here we go.
taurine thing or whatever that California says will give you cancer. What did we find? Relics of Tokugawa
It's not one of Mom's.
Ieyasu? Oh, that's probably his last name. Ieyasu. Kenichiro Namba. So, this is the guy who wrote a letter to the lady who owns this house. And now we have his notebook. I wonder if they boned. I don't know where they'd bone. There's like no room in this house. Foosball table. We saved up as youths and got one of these for our house back in North Carolina. And my middle brother and I played the ever-loving shit out of foosball. And we were so proud of how good we'd gotten that we actually signed up to play in a tournament that was canceled because we were the only 2 people who signed up for the foosball tournament. We practiced for it for weeks, and then all of a sudden they were like, no one else signed up, so you win. Yeah, it was super awkward. But man, I think this is why I was never much into video games as a kid, because this is what we did after we were finished with our like 2 hours of the 2 PlayStation games we had. We played some foosball and played with Hot Wheels and shit. But yeah, that's an experience that sticks with me forever. And because of that, I can tell you this table is, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just a very old version of it, because you can see the handles don't go through all the way. So some foosball tables, you can't move the players back and forth. You can only wiggle them, to tilt them. But you can't slide them horizontally. So the first time I saw this table, I was like, mistake. But then I looked it up, and old foosball tables, you could not move them back and forth. You can with the new ones, which is great for stabbing your opponent if you're a cruel douchebag. Or if you want to do really fun tricks like pop the ball against the side, which sadly I spent so much time doing, I could actually, like 8 out of 10 times, pop the ball against the side and knock it into the goal through the air. I'm a dork, I know, but that was our childhood. Did I win by default? They didn't actually even give us a prize or anything, because literally no one else signed up. I guess they told us, by default you are the winners, but like we didn't even show up or anything because they called us before it happened.
Ming Dynasty vase.
So there was no proof or anything, but
Yeah,
the guy on the phone was pretty awkward about it, because he was like, you guys were the only 2, and I'm sure you were looking forward to it, son, but yeah, you win. I think Mom finally got rid of it. I don't think she got rid of the pool table. I don't remember if anyone got that yet. So we had a foosball table and a pool table that we inherited from our house in Utah. And it's an old pool table, so it's a single slab of marble. So like to move it, it literally takes 4 adults, 1 on each corner. You do not move it by yourself. And it's like I said, it's a single slab of marble. The new ones are usually like 3 pieces of marble that are covered with felt. But this is old school shit. All the wood is solid. There's no hollow pieces. It probably weighs around 1,200 pounds. That was in the garage for years. I think I know she got rid of the foosball table. I think someone offered to come pick it up, but I don't know if she's gotten rid of that pool table yet or not. I would have brought it here if I could, but it'd probably be even more expensive to move than the piano, which is a terrifying thought. Just because it's so unwieldy. The piano, at least, is... There's people made to move pianos. Pool tables are a little bit trickier. So anyways, dear Eddie, greetings from Peru. I hope my letter arrives safely. There's no post office here, only a small patch of grass serving as a runway and slow boats up the Manu River. I wish you could have seen the howler monkeys yesterday. Bright orange creatures with expressive faces and ample curiosity. I would not describe the noise they make as a howl, however. It's like a hurricane wind mixed with a lion's roar. That's an interesting description. Were it not illegal and dangerous, I would bring one home for you as a pet. Your mom is busying herself with preparations for tomorrow's excursion into the jungle, where we hope to conclude our research. She sends her love. I promise when you are older, we shall bring you on our trip so that you might experience the larger world for yourself. Be good for grandmother, study hard, and we shall see you in a month. So it's just signed Dad, but...
Your house?
I like this. You turn it around, and you see the picture. And that guy, not to be profiling, but he looks a little Japanese to me. And the lady next to him looks kind of like a Kathleen, if I had to guess. So we can kind of infer from that first letter and the second letter that their little get-together to talk about the Tokugawa era went well.
Every place we ever lived.
And they ended up marrying each other.
Dad was always like...
And they had a kid, whose name was Eddie.
Packing. We're just going to move again in a month.
Yep. Always the asshole.
Are you saying our father was an asshole? What? But what the other thing I like about this house is it's kind of a reflection of how it might have been growing up as Nate and Sam too. Because the idea is that it sounds like their mom was kind of into the same thing. So this lady was also an adventurer, and she and her husband sounds like they were always traveling, and the kid was left, with grandma back home instead of going with them.
Budge.
Here, let's do it together. You ready? Push! Push! Push!
We did it.
What the hell?
And we found a sarcophagus.
It's some sort of sarcophagus.
Yeah. Look around.
I'm a
Some
nerd.
places filled with
Open it.
sarcophaguses. Or
Oh, Charlotte, you just missed the reveal. This is the flashback that happens right after
Sam.
we get the reveal about Sam.
Real.
But good evening and welcome to the stream.
what is this place?
Who are these losers? This is the second flashback in the game. I really like this
Find
one.
out.
Who are these teenage dorks that know what the word sarcophagus is? They are so innocent. Poke it.
Oh, this one's Roman.
Open it.
Third,
Smell it.
maybe 4th century.
All very helpful.
These are all good things to do with sarcophagi. Is it sarcophagi or sarcophaguses? Which one is it? Uh-oh.
Favor. When I die, bury me in one of these.
Sure. Can I mummify you and put your organs in a jar too?
On second thought, maybe not.
Oh, brothers. Yeah, that was a saucy one first. Let's run up here. I think there's a toy. Yeah, I remember my shit. A toy plane. Not just any plane. A seaplane. Which is great because we spent a lot of time in one with Sully. Let's poke this one with the sexy people on it.
Hey, you recognize that one?
I've seen something like it before.
That pose she's doing would be very painful.
It's Etruscan.
Etruscan.
That's right.
Come on. Come on, Nate.
Husband and wife. And buried together. It's kind of dark. In like an awesome sort of way.
Kind of dark, but in an awesome sort of way. Hey,
This place is like a damn museum.
this one would hurt.
Think they've got a dinosaur wing?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I wish. I don't even know what the fuck this is. Is this a like dartboard? No, it's got numbers and shit too. What the fuck? I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm fascinated by this and I want to know what it is, but there's no dialogue for it. It's got like a... Oh, wait, that's not a switchboard. That's probably like a keeping scoreboard. Oh, or a calendar maybe too. This reminds you of some shitty Harry Potter fic. About how Harry Potter was stupid, smug, smart, and never stopped bitching at people. That sounds like it'd be great. Wouldn't get old fast at all. Yeah, it's like, it's some kind of score board or something. I don't know, it's weird and cool, and I kind of like it, and I've never noticed it before. Kind of sad there's no dialogue about it. Oh, yeah, look at this, bro. Sweet armor. Sweet boots. I said, children don't talk like that, and a friend was like, I knew what those words were at that age. Doesn't mean you talk like that, though.
Organ jars. Cool.
Organ jars. Full of organs. I guess the exception for Nate and Sam is that they literally grew up being taught this, so that's why they know these things. Didn't speak like a child like these guys do. Yeah, exactly. If you didn't toss in those silly things like that, then it wouldn't feel like the ages, right? It'd feel like two adults talking to each other about history. But they lace in the hints of their age with the knowledge that they have. Honestly, I think it was done pretty damn well, and I'm not a huge fan of, children usually. Oh, but I have no problem with these flashbacks because I feel like they're done really well, and what they focus on is obviously retelling, what happened and what their past was, but also explains a lot about their relationship too. And that's what I'm always big about whenever I do video games or write stuff or whatever. It's the relationship between the characters is always my big focal point, more so than the lore. All about the relationships. Another white notebook. What could it be? Ancient Persepolis Amir Asabi.
This is an ancient Mesopotamian washer-dryer combo. I was the funny one. Always was.
That's why you go to jail for 15 years. Well, sorry, 13 years. Because now we know the truth. And we can punch them. Whoa! Sexy maid outfits. Actually, those are probably just actual maid outfits. Yep. I'm not going to judge, though, if the lady of the house wants to do that. Knowing about words and just riding a fedora, wearing 23-year-old in a 6-year-old's body are two things. Yep, exactly. Exactly. You can tell when someone writes a kid that they want to sound really cool and adult, but never have actually dealt with... yeah, that's true. They're also not sexy maid outfits. Those are very much practical ones. But they've either never written as a child or spent time with one or remember their own childhood. So it just comes across really weird.
Dr. Livingston, come on.
Also this.
Nice.
Adults wouldn't do that. Well, actually, that's not true. Nate would still do that as an adult. But yeah, it's all about getting the mannerisms right to make the age feel appropriate. Otherwise, it's exactly what you described. A fedora wearing 23-year-old stuck in a 6-year-old's body. This big-ass kitchen always makes me so fucking jealous every time I see it. I would slaughter the innocent to have a kitchen like this. So much room. Big-ass island in the middle. Ugh, it's gorgeous. Got the double broiler oven combo. That one house you were in had one of those. That's actually the only house I've ever seen it in. Otherwise, I guess I didn't know anyone who had enough money in America for it. Is that common in Canada?
Huh?
To have the double oven broiler combo? Oh, okay. Because the house on Gertrude had that, if I recall. It didn't? I swear they had the top and bottom. Really? Oh. Oh, maybe I was remembering someone else's house in California then. But yeah, Nate never fully matured. This is known. This is known, Khaleesi. Yeah, and they got worse.
Get an invite like this.
Please join us at the Adventurer's Log for our annual holiday gala. December 21st, 5 to 10, open bar, buffet dinner, presentation by President Charles M. Walsh on his recent expedition to Africa. New member initiation, blah, blah, blah. Anything else here? It's been a while. I do hope you'll join us this year, Charles. So it appears Kenichiro and Kathleen had some white friends. That's about all that letter tells me. Hordes. Oh, that's like pretty Chinese or Japanese horse art. Which one is that? Is that Chinese? I can't tell the style. Charlotte, help! Those characters are probably too small to make out either way. Marla's very mad at you for her sudden running full tilt into your foot. Yeah, it's your fault that she ran into your foot. Don't you know it?
Hey, aren't you a little young to be looking at that stuff?
Oh, boobies.
You making that joke?
Burn. Never too old to make boob jokes. It's Japanese? Okay. The art style had me thrown for a minute. Are you... I like this statue too. This Native American fella just shooting up at the moon, perhaps. Pointy boobs were pointy. That's fertility goddesses, I guess.
So where are we going?
Where are we going?
Well, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you pick?
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Okay, well.
Spin it. Spin it.
Here we go.
Except for when they're super round, yeah. It's got to be one or the other. It can't be both.
India.
India.
The Taj Mahal.
Let's also go to...
Soviet Union. Let's go to Moscow.
Hey, it might be a tad difficult to get in.
Back when it was still the Soviet Union. Red Square is apparently very magnificent. You know, for a country steeped in
Sure would be cool to see
all the
Windsor
shit they have
Castle.
going on over there.
Right, Sam?
Hey, don't look at me. It's not my fault you weren't born yet. It's not like I remember much of
Born?
it anyways.
Born yet?
And it wasn't that cool.
You don't know that. You don't remember it. You're just trying to make me feel better.
Okay, one last spin. Brazil.
Brazil.
You're talking. All kinds of undiscovered places in the rainforest.
Oh my god, you're right.
And all kinds of undiscovered tribes with poison darts.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah. Oh. Back to sleep, big boy.
I just read this one.
Oh, yeah.
My journey to Lhasa.
Is it any good?
It's kind of incredible. It's about the first Western woman to visit Lhasa. I'll get there myself one day.
Yeah, you will, buddy. I believe you.
And you'll break it.
And then you'll break it. Yeah, that is kind of his thing.
Break all of it.
He breaks everything he visits. That's just Nate. It's his curse. Oh man, the inside of this house is just so like feels like the 60s and 70s. This is their style. These open archways here, because my grandparents' house was like that. These big interior doorways too. Brings me back.
Hey, check it out.
That's just not written.
I would say yes, but that is actually almost how every Californian house in that time looked. Like every family and neighbor we visited was this kind of open concept, wide archway kind of thing. The ceilings weren't that high; they were not that high for sure. They didn't have chandeliers like that, but the style of the archways.
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier.
If you're not going to do the voice right, you can't sing it.
There's at least 3
You need like 3 more octaves.
Cannot. We'll die.
We'll all die. Also, I have a hat on. I don't know if I pointed that out. It's a pretty fucking cool hat. I think there's a total of 3 hats that you can put on when you're in the house. I have to try and find them all. I can put it back if I wanted to be a responsible young adult, but I don't. Let's see, is this one the Roman one? Yeah, I think that looks like a centurion costume. So I believe this is the Roman helmet. You guys can decide which one we have in the final moment. I'll let you guys pick. So we got
Final count.
wow.
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 This table's as big as the ones in the orphanage dining hall.
I bet the food here was better.
Wouldn't take much.
Wouldn't take much. Those damn nuns don't know how to
They
cook.
must have thrown some great parties in here.
Judging by the artifacts, they certainly had enough money for it.
Yeah. Looks like it's been a long time since the last one, though.
Is that Napoleon?
Dynamite?
Doesn't look like him, but he's doing the sleeve or the arm thing.
Yes. No one but Napoleon ever did that.
I never see anyone else doing it. So obviously no one else does. Evelyn, it's 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night. No, 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Regular crowd rushes in. Stumbles in? I haven't heard that song in a while. My bad.
Wow.
Ember can
Mr.
correct
Billy
me.
Joel.
I have too much. It's all I can do to remember the ones I do remember. His most famous one is just silly to remember. It's 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning here, which means it's afternoon in Arabia. I hope you're finding the heat bearable. The Queen of Sheba at least had an entourage accompanying her and her treasure on her journey to Solomon. Thanks to my foolish behavior, you are retracing that journey alone. We always agreed that we should strive to live a life of our own choosing, free of regret and missed opportunities. At the airport, my thoughts were not of the present, but of the future. I simply have a hard time reconciling the whirlwind life we live around the world versus the one we live at home. No matter how intense our disagreement, I should not have cast doubt on your commitment to our family. I deserved your admonishment, and I understand why you left without me. In the spirit of Solomon, we must find a way to see compromise. Until then, I wish you the very best of luck, and Edmund and I shall be eagerly awaiting your return. So it sounds like Ken and was it Kathleen? I think it was her name. Kathleen had a fight, and she left on a journey without him.
And now they have to find a baby to cut in half.
And now they have to find a baby to cut in half because that's what Solomon did. So Ken and their son Edmund are going to be staying at home for this journey, whenever that was. Your great uncle lived in an orphanage, so he had nothing but tomato soup for 5 years because they didn't have any money. Yeah, they don't get monies. It's all donations pretty much. And yeah, especially during the Great Depression. Geez, I can only imagine. French during a certain period. We just usually see Napoleon. Yeah. Well, and Napoleon did it because didn't he have like a broken arm for a while? And they didn't have the right medicine or whatever, so that was his cast.
I don't know.
Or sling, rather.
I mean, people still do that.
True. I think this is my favorite one.
Hey, check out this crazy demon helmet.
Is that a Viking helmet?
Come on. You know Viking helmets don't have
I love
horns.
that fact.
It's Persian.
Persian.
Oh.
Real Viking helmets don't have horns.
Imagine
It's just
being the one to actually uncover these things.
that was just due to
Must be something, right?
the operas that they did, and they used the wrong
Wagner.
style. Wagner. It's all Wagner's fault. Strauss and Wagner, those assholes. Ruined the true history of Vikings. Mixed them up with...
Flintlock rifles. I wonder if they still work.
Let's take one down and see. There's no way that would end badly. Look at the scope on that. Wait, that's a new gun. You can't put that up here. Yeah, these old-ass flintlocks, and then all of a sudden, fucking Mosin Nagant up there. I mean, to be fair, that is also an old gun, though. This one's not even bound in white leather.
Whoa. Lawrence of Arabia.
British
Always
Beatle
wanted
mania.
to see that flick. Never got around to it, though.
So, this was the basis of our third game. Lawrence of Arabia. British Beatle Mania. Fuck! Alright. What else can we wander around and poke? Boobs.
Cool.
Can't make out the name on the boobs. And apparently Nate thinks boobs are cool.
Hey, maybe don't go waving your flashlight around the windows too much.
Hey, what are you, an expert thief or something? Why do you know that rule, huh?
Jousting armor. Looks French.
French jousting armor, eh? I bet it was really fun to move around in that. That's why you had squires, wasn't it? It was like their only job was to get your armor on and off.
Their own.
Also put you on your horse. And take your shit when you die.
Going it alone.
Adventurer life. So, here we can see she's by herself, no longer pictured with old boy Ken. Poor lady.
A dragon gun. Looks like it's from Southeast Asia.
Nice.
You're so ADD, Nate. Immediately have to go up and bong it. Oh man, it's one of these things. The ship speed indicator thing or whatever. Fun fact, this does not actually control the speed of the ship. It just sends the bell signal down to the engineering room where they set the speed of the engines. Stern and ahead. Slow, half, and full.
Look at these. Compass, sundial.
Is that the thing?
Just imagine being lost.
No, it's not the thing, but it looks
And
similar
those
to it.
instruments are the only thing standing between death and salvation.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, every time I see that, I think it's the what was it called? It wasn't a compass. It was a astrolabe from the third game, but it is not. That is not Drake's astrolabe. She just happens to have another one of her own because, of course, she does. Got ourselves another letter here. Oh, Evelyn. That's her name, not Kathleen. It's right here at the top of the letter. I happened across the latest issue of Adventure Life and was both surprised and delighted to see you grace its cover once more. I am pleased to see you looking so happy, still doing what you enjoy. In spite of our separate lives, your accomplishments still bring me no small amount of pride. Attached is the photo from Edmund's graduation. Top of his class. I guess we did something right. Though he would kill me if he knew I told you, I want you to know that Edmund was devastated when you chose to journey to India without him this past summer. He has grown into a capable and self-assured young man. His flashes of insight remind me of you, particularly that look that crosses his face just before the eureka moment. What's more, he loves and admires you more than I can express. I've had my share of struggles over the years, and I've never asked you for anything. I'm now asking you to take Edmund on your next journey. I know it'll be a challenge, and you might not move at the pace you're used to, but I promise you this. You'll find a joy, the likes of which no one else can provide. I look forward to hearing about your next big find. Keep making all of us proud. With warm regards, Ken. So, at this point, it seems like they didn't just split up, but they officially divorced. Ken's in a wheelchair now, poor guy. And their son just graduated from university. This lady clearly had a very happy and fulfilling life as an adventurer with no regrets at all. I mean, look at this tea set. Who could complain about that? The other thing I always wanted in a house. Fucking solarium.
Okay, you just need like $1 million.
I didn't say we could make one. I just want one.
Look here.
Really? Which one?
A general history of the robberies and murders of the most notorious pirates.
Yeah, more like a generally made-up history. Even the author's name is a fake.
Well, 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 Charles Johnson. Oh, Chuck Dick. Oh no, it is a made-up name. Also, that's a lawn gnome. Creepy little fucker. It is staring into my soul directly. Oh wait, conversation.
Fake or not,
High rates.
this looks like a first edition.
Are you serious? Man, this place, man. Wow.
Want to take it with you?
Nah. It'll just disintegrate in my backpack.
Your face will disintegrate in my
You could
backpack.
sell it. Then you wouldn't need to take that job.
Oh no.
Well, tonight, let's
Trying to
just
be a
say
sad brother for a minute.
it belongs to us.
Also, I think this is a dolly, if I'm not mistaken, before he got into like the melting clocks and shit. I used to know his full name because it was part of the epic rap Battle of the History song, but I probably don't remember it anymore. Oh no, that was Picasso, not Dolly, whose name I know. Picasso's name is like 7 names long. I'll try and remember it in a minute. I have to remember the rap because it's part of the rap. My favorite Beethoven, one of my favorite Beethoven movements is this piece here that's going to play.
Nice. Liven up the place.
Listen to it and admire
Since
it.
when do you like classical music?
Excuse me, I am a man of many tastes.
This is, I believe, from the 7th Symphony. It's the second movement. Salvador Dali, I think this is one of his pieces here. It looks very familiar to me. But no, I was, Pablo Picasso had a really ridiculous name because stream went out. Oh no. Oh, you're right, actually. It looks frozen on my side too. Give me a sec here. That is very weird. I don't have a bad bit rate. Let's see if I dropped any frames. I dropped 70 total. That's it. Yeah, for some reason it's frozen on the stream itself. Let's see if it catches up. Refresh worked? Okay, maybe Twitch had an issue. I'm gonna reload my stream manager too, see if it fixes it. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I caught up now on my side too. Okay, I think Twitch might have just had a boo-boo. But like I was saying, traditional Spanish names they can be like 8 or 9 names long, depending on how important your family was.
Oh, wow. They knew Amelia Earhart.
No kidding. Man, they knew all the cool people.
My dearest E, your journey to El Mirador sounds fantastic. Did the Mayans leave anything behind for you? Look forward to hearing more in person upon my return. Yours, A. Earhart. I think I pointed this out to Zara, but I believe that date stamp means that she sent us before she went on her fated final journey. So, I thought that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, the entire movement is not programmed because that would probably be way too much for them to do, so it cuts off kind of early. But anyways, yeah, that piece is one of my favorites. Always like to play that one. Yeah, no, Zara wasn't joking when he said it's probably going to take me an hour to get through here, because there's a lot of cool stuff if you actually poke around at everything. The Amelia Earhart letter is one of my favorites for sure.
Guess they said no.
This is a burnt letter, so you can tell that they were probably upset about whoever was about to offer them money. And clearly she was probably having money issues too. Allow the sarcophagus to join its fellows from Amenhotep's tomb in our museum. I certainly understand your reluctance. You did beat us to the find after all, but our offer is more than generous, and I can assure you it will be treated and displayed with the proper care and respect due to the sarcophagus and the effort undertaken to retrieve it. You have enjoyed its magnificence in your home for years. It's time to share it with the rest of the world. I hope you will reconsider my offer. Yours sincerely, Peter K., GR Acquisitions. But yeah, it was in the fire, so I'll take that as a no. Let's see. Pablo, Jose, Francisco. Nope, still can't remember it. Ah, this is the last one. This is usually the one I end up with because it's the last one.
I don't think Mom's journals are anywhere.
Samurai.
So I just needed to switch it back.
Let's check upstairs.
Hollyhock leaves are, let's see. Don't tell me. Tokugawa clan.
Yeah, right you are.
Tokugawa clan, which is what brought Evelyn and Ken together in the first place, was her finding Tokugawa stuff. So this helmet is probably pretty important to them. But I never wear the other one. Actually, I did say I'd let you guys decide. So I'm going to be biased.
Geez,
Sorry. All right. So we've seen all three. We've got the Roman one, we've got the demon horns, and we've got the samurai one. So while I poke around, you guys go ahead and tell me which one you want me to keep for the last part. Keep looking around, even though he already said it's not going to be down here. So yeah, you can just say eggplant. I don't know which one is the eggplant one. You got Roman, horny,
Damn it.
or samurai.
Journals about everything in the world, but nothing from Mom.
Summer Wars. I don't think I ever saw that movie.
Don't give up yet.
Movie you
I know, right? Rare. All right, so we got one vote for samurai. Yeah, clearly I need to put it on my list.
Samurai Jack.
Wow. Pulling out those old quotes. That song was performed by will.i.am of Outkast. Anything else I can poke before I continue on? I mean, if we only have the one vote, it's going to be the samurai helmet. Sam Raimi. Is he in this too? Oh, samurai. I get it.
It took you a minute.
I have too many brains. Alright, alright, they want to go upstairs. Oh. That's probably just a smoke detector, it's fine.
Mom's stuff might be in one of these rooms.
Let's
We gotta
break
find
in.
another way in.
It's gonna bother me now. Okay. So let me read this out loud real quick because it's one of these things that I always enjoy telling people about. So Pablo Picasso's full given name is Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Maria de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso. That is his entire name. Yeah. So it's no wonder that he just went by Pablo Picasso. Here, I'll throw that into chat because normally when I say that, I say it as part of the rap, and I get the accent better when I do it in the rap, whatever. His initials are PP. That's all we need to take from this. There you go. What I should do is get a stream redeem of that part of the rap battle, because it's very impressive hearing them say it so quickly. I'm going to try too. All right, it's locked. Oh, we need to find a different way in. It's a hell of an initial right there.
Hey, the air vent.
That's how Yoshi P said, Ebo next class will be a samurai. He wore a Sam Raimi Spider-Man t-shirt. What a dork. Sounds like a randomly generated password from Google. Yes, it does. You know what? If he ever wanted to have a secure password, he just needs to use his initials. No one's going to hack that shit. Probably because he wouldn't even remember him half the time.
Are you ready?
Yep. So this is why it matters which helmet you choose.
It's a Polaroid.
Let me see. I think it still works. Come here. A smile, all right?
No regrets, you guys. Samurai helmet it is.
Don't lose it.
Oh, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Go on. Finish developing. No regrets, exactly. Yeah, there we go. Someone at Naughty Dog had a lot of fun programming in the physics of this. Slow fade to a complete Polaroid. Ah, look at that. What a nice shot. There we go. Okay. Tuck that shit away. And now we leave the hat behind. Man, Polaroids were fun. Apparently they had a slight revival.
Up here.
Zare's
Hey, don't fall.
sister got one a couple years ago. They were, yeah, they were making a comeback, and I was surprised how easy it was to find. Oh, don't knock that down, Jesus. Because, yeah, at first I was like, there's no way I'm going to find one. There's going to be like $300. But no, the mini Polaroids are available to buy for like 40, 50 bucks. You can get the paper and everything for them. Surprisingly cheap. So yeah, not digital at all. They're actual Polaroids printed out and everything. Don't know what caused it. Yeah. I'm sure it's still on Amazon. I'm sure they haven't completely disappeared. But yeah, check it out if you're interested, because I was kind of surprised by it. I thought that was pretty neat. What a strange thing to make a comeback. But I mean, I guess nothing more instant than a Polaroid,
Okay.
even with today's technology.
It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic.
You did a class that was photography and creative writing. That's a really interesting combination. I never took photography as any of my electives because it didn't actually exist at my high school. Our elective selection was very, very short. I know Zara always teases me about the fact that I was in the International Baccalaureate program. Baccalaureate. It's pronounced baccalaureate, but he likes to say baccalaureate, which was a super smart student magnet school, but it was still a super poor school. So we had almost zero electives to choose from. We had a home ec course with like stoves from the 70s. It was pretty great, like old-fashioned gas stoves. We had a bunch of music, band, and a couple of after-school stuff. But besides that, our elective choice was like super small. We had a computer lab with like 10 computers. There was a couple computer-based ones, but yeah, that was about it. Hippie commune school. Gotcha. As I say, I mean, it kind of fits where you were. That makes sense too. Take a picture that includes certain subjects and then write a short story inspired by it. That's not a bad idea. What I was leading into is, though, I actually did take when I was in Boy Scouts, one of my years at summer camp, I took a photography merit badge course, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. Shut up. I know I'm a nerd. But the reason I was so excited is because I actually had an old Nikon 35mm camera. The digital cameras were just starting to become popular back then. And they provided manual cameras to everyone. But I was able to bring my own, and I was super excited about it because it was like from the 70s, and it was a super big nerd moment for me. But I got really into it. I was really into the, composing good shots, learning about the use of the f-stop of different types of film, all that good stuff. I left that camera at Mom's house, unfortunately, but on the flip side, did we find that camera here, or did you bring that from Canada? The manual camera that's over there in the basement.
Oh, I found it.
We found it here, right? Yeah. We found a camera here when we moved into the house. They left some stuff behind. It was really weird. It's not as nice as the Nikon, but if I ever really wanted to, I could clean it up and go get some 35 film and use it again. So, yeah, your high school used floppy disks in the 2000s. Yeah, so mine did too. It was a very, very, that's the key we need. So we want to touch everything else first. It was literally in the middle of the ghetto. We just had really good really good teachers, but the school itself was super, super underfunded. So I got lucky in what mattered, I suppose. Oh, look at their kid. This is an old ass picture of him. She didn't look happy even then, though. Actually, only the kid looks happy. But I mean, do Japanese people ever smile? Charlotte, quick, tell us. Or is it only the children?
Codeine.
Codeine.
Lots of painkillers.
Painkillers. I think if you if you can actually see some of the pills in the back, and you can see what they're for. So there's something for thyroid hormones, something for blood pressure, vitamin D. There's hints about what's going on. No, never. Yeah, I didn't think so. They don't smile over there. That's just against the culture, isn't it? Oh, God. I love it. Anyway, this doesn't look like a fun bed. This looks like a sad bed. So, sorry, everyone, for making you sad again.
Got it.
Got it. Take the key. And over here we got some more stuff. It's probably just a copy of what's on the other desk, though. So, now we know. Lady broke up with husband man. Someone had a bed of sadness.
Had a bed.
Yep. Evelyn, I was hoping I wouldn't have to write this letter. I was hoping our last conversation made my intentions clear. I was hoping that ignoring your repeated attempts to contact me would eventually send the right message. Discovering you sent my daughter a check in the mail means the message was too subtle for someone like you. I don't need your money, and more to the point, I don't want your money. I can take care of my family just fine without your help. It's insulting to both our intelligences to pretend that your hollow gesture would somehow rekindle our relationship. What little was left of our bond died the moment you couldn't bother to show up for Dad's funeral. Right up to the moment he drew his last breath, he still loved you. I don't. I pray you find peace with whatever it is you've been seeking your entire life, but do not contact me or my family again. Edmund. I like that this letter to me is really interesting. You can see in the background, you can see the signature, but if you don't see that part and just see the letter start with Evelyn, you kind of assume it was either the husband or someone else, because addressing your mom as by her first name, that sends a pretty powerful message of how you feel. But yeah, and then you get halfway down and you realize that's the son writing the letter. So yeah,
Well,
yeah. The like I said, these at first I thought these were going to be like people related to the Drakes, but they're not. It's a completely different family. But I really like the effort that they went into. If you don't pick up any of these letters, you'll never know about any of it. None of it is like given to you in a cutscene or anything like that. It's all just kind of background and inferred. But yeah, I really liked it, and it's kind of a neat little, not really a tale of warning for the lifestyle that Nate and Sam are going to be doing, but at the same time, it's pretty powerful to show.
Kind of is.
It kind of is, though. It kind of is.
Anything?
Obviously, it has not gone as bad as it did for her, but it kind of gives you the idea, that being so obsessive with your career and with what you want to do, at some point you have to choose, between your personal life or your professional life. And this lady ended up alone with a scary bed
Journals galore.
full of O2
That's
tanks.
what we find.
The house is gorgeous, though. Absolutely. I mean, look, other than these beautiful particles in the air. This is why I spend so much time on this level, though. Like I said, you can get done with this in literally 10 minutes from start to finish. This chapter can be finished in no time at all. But every time I play the game, no matter how many times I've played it, I still poke everything. True, it is a mansion. That's a good point. But it's so neat because there's so much to look at. And there's so many little details. Even if I've seen them all before, I still like to do it because it really just gives you a feeling of being there and really sets you into the universe of the game. Anyway, I can't quite read the title because my fucking flashlight is super bright. It looks like it's about Tsar Peter the Great and the Amber Room. Oh, the Amber Room is a room in the St. Petersburg castle mansion thing. Very, very famous room. The entire room is carved out of amber. Not ember, amber. All the furniture, all the decorations, all the walls, they're all decorated with amber. Which, at first doesn't sound like it's that expensive. It's not like it's emeralds or anything. But when you think of how much amber is required and how difficult it is to refine it and carve it and polish it, that room is worth as much as a room that's covered in diamonds and jewels as well. He saw this dark and thought it was a weapon upgrade bench from The Last of Us. and anytime I think of The Last of Us, all I can think of is mashing triangle and Joel's hand just like shooting out in 9 different directions at once to grab everything. Yeah, the Dark Academy aesthetic too. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can compare the house to. And they went all the way with decorating it and putting all the shit in. Like I said, there's plenty that repeats, but it's never so obvious that it takes you out of it. Viking Treasures of Vinland, Stephen Tremblay. So a lot of these books are from university students, so we can kind of guess that she probably was a professor, or he was, one of the two. Or maybe they both were. Yeah, this is a room that someone spent a lot of time in because the whole house kind of has a cluttered feeling to it, but this one in particular, if you look at all of the books, all of the binders stacked up in this room, this is clearly where Evelyn spent most of her time. Is that a computer under there? No. Okay. Right? It's really nice you don't have to dig for them. Imagine all the paper cuts. This desk here, you like this one? You want it? Corner desks are super neat and super expensive because they're usually carved to very specifically fit together. We actually had corner desks at Great Wolf, but you know, they were made out of wood laminate, not actual wood. And we found it.
You got something?
So yeah, if you just make a beeline for the room with the ladder, you can get to this room in probably less than 10 minutes. It's so easy if you want it to be, but there's just so much to look at. Why would you want to do that? Corner desks are the cheat codes to CEO activities. Nice. There we go. Oh yeah, wood is, I mean, it's like amber. You wouldn't think of it as being expensive, but holy shit, it is. All right, we got some stuff to read here. Evelyn, so remember, this is Drake and Sam's mom's book in Evelyn's house, and she's mentioning Evelyn's name. We can probably guess that they knew each other. Evelyn bought a first edition of A General History of the Pirates from a collector, along with a stack of 18th century documents. Among them, I found a very intriguing letter from one Joseph Burns, who not only admits to being a crewman on Henry Avery's ships, you wouldn't, on Henry Avery's ship, but possibly hints at Avery's vast treasure. What else could the riches of paradise refer to? If he sent this letter from prison, he clearly didn't have the treasure with him. So where is it? Need to trace it back to the source, Henry Avery's attack on the Gunsway. Picture caption Joseph Burns. Map caption last known sighting. Note above letter. What are these markings? Turn the page. Turn the page. There we go.
Whoa.
Man.
Henry Avery.
Now we know where Nate's
Heist.
doodling skills came from.
Oh, what do you got there?
I've never seen this one.
Yeah, me either. But that's definitely Mom's handwriting.
Put up your hands. Slowly.
Hey. There's no need for that.
What is he holding?
Hey, you keep your gun on me.
Give me my journal.
All right. I'm sorry, Nathan.
Old Laura Croft. That's pretty good.
Now, we wait for the police.
Always has a gun.
What I have to deal with that headache.
Stop.
I mean, the hassle of ruining 2 kids' lives, that's...
I really don't want to shoot you.
Come on, lady. It was no harm, no foul, all right?
We all must face the consequences for our actions.
Someone's bitter.
And at least let him go. I brought him down here so he could see our mom's stuff. That's it. He had nothing to do with this.
What?
I'm telling you that this is all on me.
No. Your mother's stuff.
Yeah, that journal. It was our mom's.
You're Cassandra Morgan's boys.
And now we know what CM is.
Hi?
My God.
Hi.
I could have shot you.
Yeah, you're still nice, so, do you mind?
Cut.
You knew our mom?
She worked for me. As I'm sure you've noticed, I'm a collector of sorts.
Nathan Morgan.
That's sort of an understatement.
A little bit less inspiring of a name, huh?
Mom was like your translator?
Your mother was the most brilliant historian I have ever met.
Yeah, not just a translator. This old lady is complimenting the shit out of your mom. You know she was something impressive.
Accomplished so much together. But then her illness.
More like a hoarder.
It's alright. Happened a long time ago.
Oh, now we kind of know what happened to their mom. Not the details, but,
All her discoveries.
you know, hints.
This would have been her crowning achievement.
Sandra Morgan, a lot of implications to the name.
Sic parvis magna.
Greatness from small.
Does sound like a powerful name.
Sir Francis Drake's motto.
Much more than Nathan Morgan.
Yeah, Latin and historical figures. Those were our dinner conversations. We were a weird family.
Did she ever tell you her theories regarding Sir Francis Drake and his heirs?
Sir Francis Drake didn't have any heirs.
Yeah.
That's what history tells us. But your mother and I believed otherwise.
We had our own herstory.
Learning that old pirate's secrets is just one more adventure I have to let go. I guess there's a lot I have to let go. Forgive me. Ramblings of an old woman.
Herstory. Oh no.
Yeah.
She turned out all right in the end, even though
It is as much yours as it.
lost her husband, lost the bond with her kid.
Perhaps one day you'll be able to finish what she started.
Still all right.
Yeah, so, we're off the hook, right?
I'll handle the police. You found your way in. I trust you can see yourself out.
Here.
Adopt the boys, bequeath the mansion to them, change history.
Thank you.
Sorry about the mess.
Come on, Nathan. Let's go.
Are you okay?
Holy shit. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Fox, die.
Sam?
Well, there's Nate's first dead body.
Something.
Yeah, we need to get the hell out of here.
Can't just leave her here.
There's nothing
Unfortunately,
we can
kind
do.
of have to.
We have to run. If the cops find us here, then there's... Nathan! We gotta go. Right now.
We both did at the same time. Oh, we're terrible people.
Winner, come on.
Oh, Jack was gonna do it too. Go ahead and throw yours in there too. It's fine. That's this chat's version of pushing F. Yeah, there you go. No hesitation. Anyways, yeah, she did unfortunately call the cops before she came into the room. So,
Crap.
Careful.
Haven't heard back from you guys inside. It's a big place. Might take a while.
keep chugging.
Sam.
I got you. Just jump.
Oh, up. Go back. We're going up. But yeah, I adore that entire scene in the house, and it sucks that it ends that way. But I'm certain it creates a very particular memory and moment for Nate anyway that is important to his development.
Come in.
Always call a cop, especially at 3 in the morning. Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say she did the wrong thing. It's whether or not obviously she had no idea who was in her house. So, I'm sure she would have talked them down like she said she would, but you know, arg blah.
Got it. Go slow.
Or sorry, herk blah.
Nathan, you all right?
All right, let's see how many times I die.
Run for it.
Run, child. Go. No. Wow, you ran into the cop's arms. Well, not this one though. This one I usually don't. I know we're probably not dying, but you know, metaphorically we are.
We can lose him.
You dumbass!
Look, he was a handsome man. I just couldn't help running into his arms.
Stop, goddamn.
No, yeah, I count it as a death. It's anytime I restart a checkpoint, it's death, whether or not I'm actually dying. That's why I count the parkour ones the same way.
Run like hell, Nate.
I mean, to be fair, I am usually dying with those too.
You definitely are.
Go.
You're definitely dying. So. His future is dead. How about that?
Hands on your head. Gotcha.
Oh, shit.
Eat a dick, copper. Yeah. You didn't learn how to parkour at the police academy.
Yeah, come on. Run.
Boy, I'm ahead of you.
Damn it.
Shit, where am I going? Chat temporarily start working. Oh no.
Run.
Ember, what are you doing to the stream?
The dumpster. Come on.
Okay.
You're bringing all your EMP powers. Give me your hand. No! No! No!
Almost dead.
Almost. It's all good. You're back now. That's what matters. Go, go, go.
On the bike. Now. Come
Only one. That's not bad for me, to be honest.
on. All right, hold on tight.
Nice. Look at this beautiful city that we never see again.
I'd say we're clear. But we catch our breath for a second.
I just saw a dead lady.
Died right in front of
Some night.
Literally in front of me.
Some night,
Some pig.
that old lady.
Hey. Hey, you listen to me. That wasn't our fault back there. I mean, that lady, she was, sick.
It was probably a little bit our fault.
I mean, it's okay to feel.
We got her all riled up.
But there was nothing we could do about it.
But she did go out swinging, which is probably how she preferred it anyway.
So what are we gonna do now? I can't go back to the orphanage. You can't go back to your job.
Then we don't.
Sure.
No, I'm serious. We get as far away from this place as we possibly can.
Yeah?
She old and sick and smoked.
Find us.
I think they'll be looking for Nathan and Samuel Morgan.
Yeah, that's...
Nathan and Samuel Morgan. You know what you do sound like? You sound like some bankers.
Was it
That's what you sound like. Bankers.
Nathan? Back at that mansion, you knew just as much about that stuff as that poor old lady. Here. I always felt that we were destined for something great. But until tonight, I didn't know what that meant. But this, Mom's unfinished work, this is our
Bankers
chance
suck.
to restart our lives.
See, he had to go with Drake.
Brand new
Potter,
identity.
that's
What are you talking about?
Oh, I know some guys.
gonna lay on all my stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Move it so it's
Now,
not
as for
in your
our
eyeball.
name, Mom believed that Sir Francis Drake had heirs. Who's to say he didn't?
Who's to say he didn't?
You're serious, aren't you?
Nathan, we were meant for this. And I promise, you and me together, we're gonna go far. So what do you say,
Sorry, microphone adjustments.
Nathan Drake?
Pretty good at forging papers. Yeah.
Changed after that. You know, we became explorers.
Sounds like bankers to me. They never escape their fate.
Mostly thieves. Ow.
Mostly thieves.
Still.
Oh, look who it is. Look who found us with our grievous head injury.
You know, if we weren't taking turns going to jail, it was because we were in jail together.
She's a good
I lost
woman.
him.
A good
I
wife.
thought I lost him.
Far better than Nate deserves.
You didn't want to bring him back up again.
Something like that.
You are correct. It did not.
That's it. Now you know everything.
With you, I doubt that that's everything.
He's got a point.
But it's a lot.
Love to know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking that you're lucky that I found you when I did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't lose a limb or anything. It would have been a royal pain getting you out of here.
How did you find me anyway?
Oh,
But she's
easy.
goddamn Elena
Just follow
Fisher.
the sound of gunfire.
Also that.
I mean, how did you get here? Oh, of course.
Come in, Sully.
As usual, the true heroes are Elena and Sully,
Oh, he's banged up, but he's alive.
like in every
Of
game.
course. Now we just need to rescue the other.
What do you mean?
I'll let Nate tell you.
Sully, my brother's an ass.
Cal, glad you could join us.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. So what happened to Sam?
Goddamn Cuban shirts.
Rafe's got him.
Shit. You know where they are?
Yeah, they're headed to the northern side of the island. See if you can find a place to set down over there. Once we get Sam, we're gonna need to get out of here pretty quick.
Copy that. Hey, what about the treasure?
Forget it. We don't need it.
But Alcazar.
No, there is no Alcazar.
It's all bullshit. Wait, you mean the dip, the escape?
Yeah, Sam made it all up. What an asshole, right?
Just saying that is not going to make Elena forgive you, just so you know.
Okay?
Yeah, I can't wait. Look, you two be safe down there.
You know us.
I love that she brought a gun and found Nate's too.
Thanks.
What a woman.
No, I mean, thanks for saving me. Again.
I almost didn't this time.
Right.
Come on,
The looks on their faces are so powerful here.
I got us a ride.
Sam, I am an asshole.
So,
Yeah,
northern
I can imagine that. And I think
Devin, it's home to the fountain.
he doesn't. He sure doesn't. No. And again, this is... Oh, right, they're still talking. My bad.
Probably there.
We're going to end the stream soon anyway, so I'll ramble a little bit in a minute once they finish here. Shoulder holsters are definitely a pain if you have boobs. And I like the fact that in Tomb Raider, she never has shoulder holsters. They're always on her hips. And I'm sure Angelina Jolie, I'm sure someone on set at some point was like, you should wear shoulder holsters. They're so cool. And Angelina Jolie with her, Enormo boobos, was probably within 3 seconds like, this is not going to work. This absolutely is not going to work. So yeah, she always wears her giant Desert Eagles on her hips too. So yeah, I like that little detail too. Samuel I. Amuel. God damn it, Charlotte. Love it. I mean, she does. She's the perfect Lara Croft. But yeah, this is why I say Elena can't be any of my characters. She's just too good. She's too good to be the waifu spouseu of anyone, even Lone. Some might even say especially Lone. So yeah, she gets to have her own little spot on the pyramid. I mean, Lara Croft almost made me straight, so I don't blame you. You can't grab gun. Boob is in the way. Yeah, there's zero tactical advantage, and it's uncomfortable. It's like a lose-lose-lose scenario here.
up there. I borrowed it from your shoreline friends.
You slid all the way down from there?
It so is, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a quick
It
swim
so
out
is.
of you. Now we just gotta figure out another way.
When I first played these games, I didn't have those connotations because my characters were different way back then. But as they've evolved, and then as I started playing the games again, I was like, holy shit.
Here.
Now I see it. To be fair, they've evolved for the better, so. They're still not perfect. But they're at least Drake and Chloe level now and not just What's the word I want? Or annoying. Annoying furry characters. That's the fine word. Anyways, yeah, it's about 9, so... Oh, conversation.
So,
Look at this real quick.
have you been here long?
On the island? A few hours now.
Did you see the colony?
I did. From the air.
Pretty incredible, right?
I didn't get the full tour. I was a little preoccupied with finding you.
Hmm.
Right.